Hello, hello, hello. I want to talk a bit about POP. Did a plus 10 earlier today. Few hours in. Oh, sorry, that is not correct. This is the route that we did. You don't necessarily want to do this route. I played Paladin when I played this. There's a few scary aspects. You really don't have to rush things here, but we played it actually not precisely like this. Well, 17 is split, kind of. This was with 640 item level, I think. And before I actually show you the video and go through it, I can show you how you can split it up and play it safer. Because you can split this up, no problem. Also, we didn't do pull 8, we did this. Which means that you won't have enough percentage, but you can also skip those two or two here. Ideally, you would skip those two, and you would play these with last boss. If so. As well, you can play these separately if you want to. As well as if you want safe route, this is gonna change here. You'll play this separately. Into this, into this, into this, into this, into these, into next, into next. Then you go here, you can also play these separately. And you don't skip this guy. Take these separately. These separately. Just gonna make it 4%. These separately and then these together, these with boss. And now we're good with percent. However, this is not how I played it. I will show you how we played it. I will go quickly through it and I will go quickly through a lot of mechanics. So you can skip this with either Cage, Sap, Mind Soothe. You can pre-invest with some move speed. Take this into boss. Thing about this Bloodhorn is that it's got an enrage effect. You see, it's 6 seconds on cooldown. When it enrages, it does a stomping AoE. That's basically it. You can insta-soothe it, and it only does one tick. It was a bit slow there, but that's fine. If you do not have a soothe, I would recommend that you prior it. Now, when we do have a soothe, we're just gonna full out AoE. So this boss is 3 in 1. We lost it. Just most cases, just send insta-lust now. Sathel, well, actually, it doesn't matter what. Sathel is gonna kick. Sorry, it's gonna have a cast, so you want to keep on kicking him. I think Desia is doing a Mortal Strike and Pasran is doing Decaying Breath, which is a Dispel, as well as I think it's Pasran that is doing the green things on the ground, this dodging. Kind of want to try and stack etc. so you can actually keep uptime on it. It's super annoying when you don't get uptime. And we also have this debuff. You do not want to overstack with these green circles. It obviously they hurt others inside of it as well. So that's basically this boss. Just keep on going around. Shout for the Mortal Strike, but it's felt more than fine. It felt quite easy. Now 12s would be a different story. Where you go here is completely up to you. The reason why we're going the way we are is just because they have CDs. Want to respect these souls a bit. So I'm having him drop movement speed here, watch the ground, get aggro of everything, then run through. Okay, just gonna run through, and then you're gonna pull the big guy, and you're gonna focus the big guy, and you're just gonna try and stop these. Don't put too much focus on it. It's mostly gonna be AoE stops, and it should be more than fine. You can also freedom people if they get a lot of these souls on them, but they're not as scary as they used to be. So this big mob drops a orb, which you choose to put on either right or left side, and that determines where you're going. Now we're going right side. I would not go right ever, or for these bone magazines, unless you've got purge. Generally, I'm kicking one and they're doing another one, which no big deal. Portal Garden, same as the previous one before. He does a decurse or a curse spell, which increases your shadow damage taken. You do want to decurse it. An AoE effect that hurts quite a bit. The Bone Magus is doing Bone Spears. It can even one-shot tanks without defensives. The Soul Binder, you don't really care about the Necrotic Bolt, you just care about the Soul Volley. And now we chain these in, it's more than fine. That's about it. Finish it up. Go next. Yeah, we're not playing those. Same shit here. Thing about the Bone Reaver is he does shit on the ground, just dodge. And he also does a Bone Whirl. This, just dodge it. It's not based off of anything or tanks movement, but my DH forgot. We're not CRing because we don't need it for time. We will even chain. I should have chained insta, but I was unsure if we would just finish it, but then I realized it's gonna take too long. So it was fine. Then we do still play the two last ones, which was unnecessary here. Here, you want to watch out for the Dark Speaker. There's one important ability. This Death Wind's a wind that does frontals. If you get hit, you get knocked off, most likely. Same thing here, there's quite a few kicks, but you kind of ignore the Necrotic Bolt, you just do the Bolt Volley. You don't care about kicking the Dark Speaker. You kick the Soul Volley and the Bone Spear. Now, for those of you who played Shadowlands, this boss has changed quite a bit. Still a bit of a bitch, but quite fun now, I would say. So, there's a cast, Necrotic Bolt, it's random. You can reflect this as a prot warrior, it does a lot of damage. Want to kick it, much as you can. There's a frontal on the tank. Watch out to not aim it on anyone else. It does draw souls. You all want to position on the same side. When you position on the same side, it's gonna spawn always at the edge. So it's just based on which side of the boss you're at. He's got rotating orbs. Dodge these. So it's easier to just go around now, but I'm scared of not being in range. Then he also does fools to fool some people, which means do not stack. Same thing here, do not stack. That's this boss, rinse, repeat. Rinse and repeat. Just gonna skip past it. I want to keep this video short. We're taking this room here only. Kind of chilling. I don't want to throw this key in the bin. Could go bigger. Should go bigger if you can, but it does get messy quite quickly. And as you can see, I think we're even letting 2 casts off here, or it might have been another TOP I did as well. Ah, it's not here. The Diseased Horror. Well, we'll go over them next time they show up. The Butcher is doing a... I completely forgot about this. The Butcher is biting, and he's healing off the bite. These decaying fields you don't necessarily care too much about. Check how much HP he's got. I want to see if he actually heals and how much he heals. Is it 64? 59? Seems like maybe they're not healing anymore. 54. Okay. Now I'm targeting the wrong mob, or? Yeah, I'm targeting the wrong mob. 82. 85. So he healed about, what? 8% maybe? So you want to kick the Blight Surge Pure AoE in every case, which is this cast. Always, if it goes off, you should expect that you wipe. And double filth casts does fucking hurt. So make sure to look for double casts. Now you skip the next ones by either going left or right. Based off of how it's patrolling, you go either side. If it would be patrolling backwards, you could go around to the right, or you could look on the other one. Maybe you want to go the other side instead. Here we've got a Diseased Horror. I need to fix my plater, by the way. We had it earlier as well. What he does is bites you, and then he also does a cast, which is a channel, and he gets a leech. The bite applies the disease effect, which does start hurting a bit, I would say. The putrid butcher, I actually don't know how much the AoE ticking does, but as you can see, it's not bad. It's really not bad at all, even if fortified is added here. But I would also say that TOP is one of the easier dungeons. So here we're just gonna finish this off to chill, basically. It's dying in probably 25 seconds anyways, if even that much. Yeah, 22 seconds and it's dead. This into boss. Just keep on kicking the shield or tank it all. Now, this boss is doing a few things. First of all, you want to watch the hooks. The hooks and the AoE is the most important things. As a tank, you also have to pick up these ads, but it can be a bit rough. This is the AoE. It's gonna hurt us a fuck ton if you get hit. Also, these hooks don't get hit. You get CC'd into the wall. You can bubble it. You can bop it. You can stone form the debuff, but I'm not sure if you can stone form yourself out. There's always going to be 2 gaps on a side, and should always be going like back and forth. I think I'm not completely sure actually, but nonetheless, you see them spawn, and then you just try to pre-position. No, they're not always going back and forth. I'm being stupid. That was just something I said. Look for the holes and then just dodge. Try to always dodge in a way that benefits the team. It might take some getting used to. He does a tank buster as well. Try to have some kind of defensive up. It doesn't hurt too much, but it does hurt a bit. And these ads are jumping on DPS players. The random damage, as you can see, they do hurt quite a bit when they're jumping, and they're jumping constantly, so they do have to die eventually. That's basically this boss. We go next. Okay, that's a bit much. So here we've got 2 conscripts. We don't really care about those. We've got an arbalist, which is doing normal shoot, and he's also doing a jagged quarrel. The jagged quarrel leaves a bleed dot on the target, which hurts quite a lot actually. Now to the big guy, Dokik the Brutalizer. This is one of 2. It's gonna be RNG which one is spawning. This one is doing these poo-poo puddles on the ground. He's doing a tank buster, a flurry, which you see here. It hurts quite a lot. This is not with anything, but I am healing myself maybe once or twice with Word of Glory. That was actually with Avenging Wrath up though. And he's also doing a whirlwind. The other guy is spawning swords and doing a stomp, I think. I'm not sure if he's actually doing a stomp. You can play 2 of these together, but it is pretty fucking scary if it's 2 ones that's got AoE effects. And there's really no reason to now. In a 9, I definitely would. This one is Haruga the Bloodthirsty, and it's doing Ricocheting Blade, Colossus Blow, and a Bloodthirsty Charge. The blade you can dodge if you're at orange marker, or behind these stairs you can just LOS it. The blow hurts a lot, as you can see. It actually fucking hurts. At least me, these pro paladins. Again, I am not very high geared. Reduces your block chance, parry chance, and dodge chance by 100%. So a bit yucky fucky. If you get hit by the blade, it applies a bleed dot to you and it also anyone else that's standing in the circle. Next pool is a captain, 2 arbalists, and 2 conscripts. Captain is applying an aura, which is giving a 25% damage reduction to his nearby friends. You also wanna, since it's 2 arbalists, as you can see, it is hurting quite a bit. So I would recommend trying to keep one stunned, and also look out for double casts. Captain also does a kick. Make sure to always just kick that. I think it's a damage reduction furthermore, but it could also be a damage buff. Nothing else here. So I put a mark here down, and we're doing a pull timer. At that point, he's gonna do roar, and we're gonna skip this. So you just need a speed buff and run past. But if you go further, I think at around here, you're gonna trigger it, and it's gonna spawn early. Now we just run instead. So the main thing is probably an oppressive banner. If you want to play this boss safe and you've got time, just full nuke the banner every time, and it's gonna be a bit easier, okay? Because the banner does apply a reducing movement speed stack every time it ticks, whenever the fuck it ticks, which is probably each other second, maybe, or each third. Then it does Tank Buster, which does hurt a bit, not too much, but a bit. And it jumps. This brutal combo is the Tank Buster, and I don't know what the fuck this was called actually. Might of Maldraxxus. He jumps to the middle, and he does one of three abilities: either frontal, or the cleave that fills the half of the arena, or the AoE circle first. So this is what's the first one this time. It's always RNG which one. Second one is the frontal. It faces one way and puts this mark down. It's a one shot as well. And then a line forward. This is the AoE. So during this time, if you get the cleave first, it's perfect to just stay for the totem for the rest of it. If you can't move at least. But I would recommend playing Freedom for this key in general, because eventually we will go for just skipping banners. I'm pretty sure the Shaman could play Remove Snare, or at least he's got his movement impairing ability, which increases movement speed. The PH should be fine. Druid can always remove it, and then you would just Freedom the Priest. You also probably don't need a healer for this boss too much. But then you go down as a DPS. If you're low health, you're gonna get healed to full. Same thing when you're coming up, you get healed to full. So basically you're gonna duel. You want to kill the other guy as fast as possible, but you don't necessarily want to use CDs. If you win, you gain a 10% damage buff, and if you lose, you lose 10% damage. But generally, it's not worth trying to like let someone kill anyone else for more damage. You just go whoever kills fastest. I think that's it. Go to last boss. Playing these, the contenders start hurting a bit. We do want to kill off the caster, at least most of it, before we pull the boss. We're also waiting for the boss to spawn, which is one reason why this is pretty good. Contenders enrage and increase their melee attack speed. So as you can see, they do hurt a bit, and I'm a bit scared because I'm almost well, not almost but I would go quite quickly. Reaper's Sight, you can't reflect it anymore. Sucks dick. Does both magic and melee damage. I do believe you want to keep your spell block up for it, if you can. One way to stay somewhat safe. But it does hurt. These ads spawn, and you just want to kick them. Just want to try and stack and kick them. This is a sucky. Just keep on moving away. The boss does a frontal as well. Just dodge that. Rotates like halfway around. Maybe a quarter. Not even a quarter, okay. That was maybe a bit little, I think. Now at 50%, he does an Echo of Carnage, which does quite a lot of damage. As you can see, the Boomer didn't use a defensive. Did he go Bear Form? He did not go Bear Form. But without going Bear Form on a 10, it almost one-shot him. So, that's basically this boss. We've also got something we used to call Ferraris, which are these. 4 of them spawn. They're gonna run straight throughout the boss room. And oh, also these arena members. This was a bit deadly here, but we managed. That's basically this boss and this key. I think it's a very fun key now. No music at all. Must be a bit weird, huh? It is what it is. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.